to my day, and the guy left. He left.
If we're supposed to meet at 4 o'clock, be there at 4 o'clock.
How come when a woman speaks up positive light in agreement with a man, all of a sudden she's a pick-me?
They're simple. They want to be fed. They want to be.
Okay, this is how simple a man. This is two men in the car and he make a wrong turn. Dude, man, wife, hook up.
He deserves to feel appreciated.
I mean, y'all been dog for approaching y'all. Just act like you're just above everyone else.
While a lot of women make it seem like it's so hard to please a man.
Then we want to love men how we want to love men instead of loving men how they want to be loved.
A question. How come women that take a man's side become villainized by other women? How come when a woman speaks up in a positive light or in agreement with a man, all of a sudden she's a pick-me? How come when a woman calls out what's right from what's wrong, that goes against what a woman is doing, then that makes her delusional? Why is that? Why do y'all think that it's okay not to hold other women accountable? I'm not even gonna hold you. A lot of y'all women literally disgust me. And the reason why I'm saying that is not because I don't know how to hold a man accountable. It's because I have a head on my shoulders and I have a mind of my own, honey. Okay? A lot of y'all women, y'all like to sit around with other women and try to bash men that really don't deserve it. Y'all like to sit here and point fingers at women that feel like men are in the right when 9 times out of 10, sometimes they do be, okay? Y'all gotta stop thinking that you're being a girl's girl for not holding women accountable. That's unacceptable, and it says a lot about your character, and it says a lot about your mindset, your one-track way of thinking. You got to stop it, ladies. It's sad. It's unbecoming. And honestly, it's downright low vibrational, okay?
It's very, very low vibrational. But you know what men realize? Men have realized that a lot of it is childish mindsets. Let me give you an example. If a female gets mad at a guy for correcting them, that man doesn't need to be with her, right? And that's what's happening. We came to the day and age where females are noticing, but you know what? Men simply don't care anymore. Like, why? Do we need to tell you what you're doing wrong? Men are not doing that. There's a big shift happening, right? And you ladies realize that's the reason why men may not approach as much, or why men don't carry it out like he used to, because it just doesn't make sense to
get this thought out there before I forgot about it. But it is so annoying trying to make friends with other women or have discourse on the internet, because you can't. If you have an unpopular opinion amongst women, they will exile you and you will be painted as a pick-me, which is ridiculous. If you look at men, there is a huge array of different personalities, thoughts. They have discourse, they disagree, they talk about all this. We can't do that, or else you're just a bitch. You get painted as an attention-seeking pick-me. What? You wanna know why? It's because all of these bitches are so insecure. They have no sense of self. They don't know what's okay or not okay. They have to wait for someone that they look up to, one of their social leaders, to say, oh no, it's okay. We do think that. And then it takes a couple years for them to catch up on certain things. I'm like, listen, the guys have already thought this a while ago. You guys are fucking dumb. That's what the problem is. If you guys ever want your lives to change in any way, shape, or form, you need to allow for the pioneers to do the pioneering. You need to allow people with different thoughts, different opinions, to say their shit, do their thing, to make you uncomfortable. Because guess what? That's how shit is. You need to be challenged. And women don't allow that primarily. We're just gonna be stuck this way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Can you see why I don't have any friends? No, I'm joking. Kind of. It's tough out here. I think women are also preyed upon by big corporations. That's why no one has personality anymore. It's all consumerism. But that is what my next YouTube video might be about, or not. And honestly, I'm rooting for them too. They're gonna say, you just hate women. You just hate women. No, I want you guys to be better. I'm rooting for you guys. You guys are just dumb. Oh my God, I sound like a bitch. No, I promise I'm not a bitch. It's just so infuriating. Like, what are we doing? What are you thinking? What happened to discourse? What happened to what we actually think? That's not a thing anymore. You have to just think what the internet tells you to. They're gonna say, oh, did you get picked? Did you get picked? Did he pick you? We're not even talking about dudes. If anything, dudes are even more mean. Dudes tear you apart if you say your opinion on the internet, but I digress. Mic drop, end video.
Yeah, you know, the dude she's talking about is the dudes that stand up for the queens. And not just black queens. There's white queens as well. This is not a color problem. This is a Western woman problem. You notice the plural is women, right? That's what it is. And men have figured it out. So what are we to do, right? If she's complaining, which I don't think it's a complaint because it's true. If there's no discourse among you, you won't be corrected by your own kind. That's a problem. And that's what's happened nowadays. You know, too much of the, yeah, girl, you look good. And she's 300 pounds. Or you may choose not to say anything and not try to prep her up. But you have a lot of, oh, yeah, girl, you look good. Or, you know, not just that, you know, you can do whatever you want. He can't tell you anything. It's too much of that has been happening to where now this is being done. You have females that are standing up for what needs to be done, but how men see it, it's too late, right? Take a look at this.
Men are not approaching women anymore, and I can't too much blame them, man. Women, y'all been dog walking men for approaching y'all for a while now, and going online making videos about it, calling men ugly, or how dare he have the audacity to speak to me. Just act like you're just above everyone else. So men started taking notice to that. They're not approaching in gyms. We're not approaching in grocery stores. We're not approaching nowhere because it's not worth the headache. If I gotta approach you and I get dismissed with attitude or disgust, I'm not gonna want to approach. And as a lot of men, you know, if I can speak on behalf of a lot of men, they tired of that. Ain't no more approaching. At this point, you're gonna have to do the approaching, baby girl.
We don't have the patience to deal with our emotions and the nonsense that we come with. So if your man is doing all of that, you have to appreciate it, because a lot of women don't see that until it's gone. Because a man like that, he's not loud and he's not performative. And a man like that deserves peace. He deserves to feel appreciated. He deserves to feel like what he does actually matters. Not pressure, not constant tension, but a space where he can feel at ease and exhale. Because once a man like that, the man who's doing everything, the man who is giving you his best, once that man feels unappreciated, he's not going to go back and forth with you. He's going to adjust. And you will never get the same version of that man again. That's a good man, Savannah.
I couldn't agree more.
As she said, that's a good man, Savannah. And so many ladies have let the good men leave. I'll tell you what happened, right? I had a consultation today. And I love having consultations because the consultations I give, I show guys how to live on this side of the world and be free, right? And the wild thing is, I told them, you know, I showed them how to work online, but also how how to make money. He couldn't believe it because I showed him how you take people, pay them dollars, and turn around and make thousands. And the great thing about it, he couldn't believe it because he's retiring to himself, right? And he's retiring, but the retirement isn't enough. He needs more. And when I showed him what I showed him, he said, yeah, that's definitely going to be a lot more, right? And he can make it instantly. He couldn't believe it. And also what I talked to him about is where I come from, right? I come from where the problems really first started happening. They started happening in New York, LA, then spread to the rest of the world, really New York, right? To be honest, guys, be for real. That is the home of the modern woman. The big city, bright lights, give me everything. What men are saying now is, I'm going to give you nothing. That's what's happening now. You're not getting nothing.
Late to my day and the guy left. He left. Texting me, yeah, you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss. Do you know what? I still enjoyed myself. I still actually got a table for one at the restaurant and had spicy margs and all the food to myself. I took full accountability. I apologized. Release me from the shackles of these men, of dating. Sorry, I'm really like just trying to like put myself out there and date. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay in my dressing gown. Because what? No one deserves this smile. Like, are you crazy? Honestly, I just think he clearly did not want to be there and that was his opportunity to leave. In other news, I got these glasses off TikTok shop because how cute are these? And I've linked them below.
You heard what she said? That was his opportunity to leave. As a man, you're supposed to just put up with this. Think about it, right? Think about what she said. She was 25 minutes late to the date. You didn't call him and say, hey, I'm running late. So he's like, she stood me up. What does a man to do? That could have been a man that's not used to getting stood up, or a man that holds females accountable, just like the lady were saying in the first two videos. Women are saying the same thing we're saying. Who were they talking about? You. Men ain't playing no. Men just don't care.
Because they're complicated. I think we make it very complicated.
Yeah.
Men are so simple. Men are so simple, especially the good ones. The ones that go to work hard. Them type of dudes just want to come home to peace and quiet and smash.
Yeah.
That's it. And I got the ass.
You heard her? I got the. She said it. Damn.
And I got the peace. And I got the quiet. Come on home.
Baby, let me tell you something. Men are so goddamn simple. That's why I don't understand why a lot of women make it seem like it's so hard to please a man. I'm talking about simple as majority of the things that they want don't even cost money. So what's the goddamn problem? You heard it here first. Yeah.
Men are not hard to love. It's very simple. They are just often misunderstood. And as women, we just get it all wrong. For some reason, we want to love men how we want to love men instead of loving men how they want to be loved.
Yes, you heard that. You want to love men how you want to love men, and that's not good enough anymore. Now we're at the point where I don't care. Men are saying that now. I'd rather just stay single.
There are 5 things a man actually wants from a woman, and none of them involve money. Number one, men need respect. We have to have it in our actions, in our attitude, and in our tone when we're speaking to them, because respect makes a man feel grounded. And when he doesn't have that, he is literally going to disconnect in every single way that he can. Number 2, appreciation and gratitude. A man gives so much quietly. They need to be seen for what they do, not just expected to do it, because appreciation keeps a man invested. And number 3, consistent with intimacy. One of the things that we do as women is that we go hard in the dating phase. We giving it up. We going like rabbits. But once we get the ring, all of a sudden everything changes. And that completely confuses a man, because the one thing that y'all need to do, men need to release, if not every day, at least 3 to 4 times a week. That is the only thing that keeps y'all calm. And number 4 is peace. He should have peace in your presence. It should feel like relief and not stress. And when a man comes home from a long day out fighting the world and working, he wants to feel calmer and not heavier. And peace for a man makes him want to stay and give more. Number 5 is loyalty. A man needs to know that you are 100% his, and that you all are solid and can't nothing become between y'all. You are not out here chasing the next man that has more than him.
That's the biggest thing, and so many females are doing it. They're doing it. They're saying, "Oh, you know, I got a roster."
He
so
can
much of
actually
that
trust you. Men are loyal to women that make them feel respected, appreciated, peaceful, secure, and connected. It's just that simple.
Men are simple. We're so simple, it bothers you. You don't understand the simpleness of men. Okay, this is how simple a man. This is 2 men in the car, and he make a wrong turn. Dude, man, that's it. You're gonna turn left and come back. That's how simple, that's solid. This is you and your wife. Oh, God. Oh!
Real talk alert.
Why would you turn there? Why? Let's just go home. I don't even want to go now. I don't even want to go. The whole night is ruined because I turned left. I can turn back around. No, I have a headache now.
Men are good people, all right? I mean, it's on you if it's not going well. And I'm being honest with you. If you're in a relationship with a man and it's not going well, ladies, it's your fault. No, don't boo me. They're simple creatures. You have overestimated, you know? Simple. Live your life. Live your life, ladies. I wish somebody would have told me the truth. Go live. Do whatever you want. Be an astronaut, whatever. They don't care. They're not even paying attention to you. You want me to tell you something? When you try to engage a man in a conversation, when you ask a man a direct question, you know what the man is thinking? The man is not thinking of the answer to that question. The man is thinking, what can I say that will shut this down? I'm not mad. I don't want her gone. You know what I mean? I just want her over there right now. I'm not ready. She's coming in hot and I haven't had coffee.
Most men are so simple. So the way that you treat him will always matter more than what you think you're bringing to the table, whether that be your finances, your education, your cooking or cleaning skills. None of that can compare to treating that man right. So you can lose your man to a woman with no job, no education, no cooking or cleaning skills because she's got listening skills. She knows how to speak to him kindly, softly. She initiates the sex. She shows him he is desired and she uplifts that man on a daily basis without him asking. You understand? Why wouldn't he choose her?
Men are simple. They want to be fed. They want to be fucked, and they want fairness. That's what they ask for. They're not asking for equality. You sleep with them good. You make sure that their bellies are full, and you be fair. Yeah. That's what they want. Women want everything.
Amazing.
We want good sex. We want to be fair. We want equality. Women want so much, and it's just unrealistic. Women want things that we don't necessarily deserve.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Men are simple.
Yeah, very simple. So how does your husband deal with you?
Well, my husband is he's a master life skills coach, and he's a relationship specialist. So we agree on a lot of the same things. This is how we met, which is one of the reasons why he pursued me, was because I posted a video up just talking about how much I support men. And
He did just good. He found somebody that posted saying she supports men. She announced it. That's what needs to be done, ladies. You want that man? Post that content.
Dark Chocolate Soul Brother number 1 to tell you why the man got up and left you when you brought your 8 kids on a date. What the happened to people with basic common sense? You're on a
I gotta say what I say all the time, brother. Somebody switched off the brain like a television.
date. The man is trying to get to know you, and you bring your 8 kids on the date. And y'all, if you watch this video, you're gonna see she said, oh, I didn't have no money, so I had to call my mama and my baby daddy to send me money. So what it was is, you know that you didn't have no money, but what you were gonna do is have this guy pay for not
Feed the
only you,
kids.
but your 8 little crumb snatchers to get a free meal. And you thought you was gonna play him for a sucker. And lo and behold, this brother said, hold up, I gotta go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. And he left you hanging. That's your own fault. You played yourself. That's what you get. You get no sympathy over.
Okay? Hit it with the DJ Khaled one time.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
In Dark Chocolate Soul Brother #1's camp, that's what your ass get. You know, this don't make no damn sense. And then you women who have been posting on social media talking about, where are all the men at? We at home. And it ain't all of y'all, because there's a lot of good women out there. But these are these straight gutter trash women that are always trying to get over on a man that's sitting here trying to get to know you, and you bring your kids talking about, oh, my kid's hungry too. No. Or, you gonna pay for the babysitter? No. See, that is why you are always going to be going out with ratchet dudes. You're gonna have, 10 baby daddies because you got no common sense. You ain't using your brain. And all you got to do is say, hey, here's the deal. Is it possible that we can pick a meal up for my kids? But it's not the man's responsibility.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If the
He's right. At least ask the man. At least do the man that just do and say, hey, what's your mind? All he can say is no. And you know what? If you don't want to talk to him after that, that's fine. But at least do him that.
man is going on a date and he brings his kids along, it ain't the responsibility of the female to pay for all the kids who ain't 8. That's your responsibility. You're a parent. If you can't afford food to pay for your kids, then you need to be making some arrangements and getting some type of government assistance or something. But it is just downright rude, and it's just downright insulting for some of you females to bring your crumb snatchers along on a date. And then you wonder why he got up and left. You didn't say 1 kid, not 2. You said 8 kids. 8. Nah. What you need to be doing is finding you a jobby job and see if, so you can have you some money in your pocket, so that way you can pay for little Pookie and little Skillet and little Nuck and little Man and Ray and Junebug. But I would have left too.
Hey man, you forgot at least 3 names. You need more names.
It would have been if we meeting at 4 o'clock and it's already 4 o'clock and you talking about I'm at home getting myself together. Okay, so you're still at home and you know we're supposed to meet at 4 o'clock and you still at home, I'm gonna wait 15 minutes, and if you ain't there, I'm gone. Or depending on the vibe, I'm gone.
That's what I'm telling you, girl.
Because there ain't no excuse for you being late.
Mm-hmm.
We have a date plan, be there on time. If we're supposed to meet at 4 o'clock, be there at 4 o'clock. Not 4:20, not 4:30, not 4:45, 4 o'clock. You know how long it's going to take you. Leave early. If you ain't got no babysitter, say, I got no babysitter. We're going to have to schedule this date. I'm sorry. or hey, I want to take my kids to the park. I ain't got no babysitter, but I still like to spend a little time. We can sit on the bench and talk. But
yeah, that's justice.
What you were doing was trying to deceive this man. You were trying to play him for a sucker. You thought you were going to get all 8 of your kids a free meal, and you on top. So that's 9 people, and the man's going to pay. You out your cotton picking mind. I don't blame him. And you got what you deserve. Ladies, do better. Stop always trying to get the man to pay for you and your whole entire Brady bunch because you ain't got no money to feed them little rascals. That don't make no damn sense. Anyway, with that being said, I'm your host, Dark Chocolate Soul Brother number 1, and I'm out.
Sure don't. And he said the same thing I always say. The brain is switched off, right? This I gotta say this. I gotta add this. Why do you ladies do this? You saw what he said as well. Because this is for the other lady. In the video right before this, I was late to a day. Oh, I guess he canceled himself out. No, you canceled yourself out. This man said the same thing. And you know what's funny? They'll look at this man, see that gray in his beard, and think they can play games like this. Oh, he's struggling. He needs a female. Guys don't need you. If a guy needs something, and I'm not one to champion this on, but if he want to get some, he can contact somebody and cough up some ducats and get some. But it's not about that. Men want common sense. And what we can see now in the dating game, it's not all that common. So you know what's going to happen? Just don't care. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Other than that, peace out. See you next video.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.